Hello and welcome back to another edition of Tiger Talk. I'm Jeff Brightwell, and our guest today is the new defensive coordinator at the University of Memphis, Mike MacIntyre. You're probably pretty familiar with Mike MacIntyre, a two-time National Coach of the Year. We saw you last year, Coach, when the Rebels came up to Memphis. First of all, welcome to Memphis. We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited about being here. It's an honor to coach at Memphis, and excited about coaching these young men and being here in Memphis.
Coach, before we kind of get into your background, let's talk about the decision coming to Memphis. What attracted you to Memphis? What attracted you to coming under the regime of Coach Silverfield? Did you have any prior relationship with Coach Silverfield?
No, I did not have any prior relation to Coach Silverfield at all. I knew who he was, but never met him or anything like that. So, but when I met with him, I was excited about his passion and his intensity for the program and the future of what he thought. And then at the same time, seeing all the new facilities, everything here, and then how well they've been doing the last 5 or 6 years was very impressive to me. And then growing up in the South and growing up basically in Nashville, Tennessee, a lot of family in the area. And we've been out west for a while and had just got back to the South, so to speak, in Oxford. And it's a real easy move, and we were excited about being a part of what's going on at Memphis.
You mentioned facilities of one of the things that attracted you to working with Coach Silverfield and being at Memphis, and you guys have just opened that new IPF. I know it's kind of it's almost teasing you guys because it's sitting there, but can't get the full team, can't do the full activities quite yet.
Right. Yeah, it is a big tease. There's no doubt. I mean, I can look right out at it right now, just turn around, and but it's an excellent facility, and the way all the practice fields are laid out, and then the weight room and the new training room and the facility for dining and everything's laid out really well. I'm very impressed with that. I can see there's a lot of thought into it and a lot of money put into it, which is what gives you the chance to be successful in today's college football for sure.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your background. We mentioned when we came on, two-time National Coach of the Year, and you kind of had a mark of turning programs around, starting out with that head coaching job at San Jose State, where you went from 1-12 in 2010, turned that thing around 10-2 in 2012, and were one of the leaders in the nation as far as defense and takeaways of 20 fumble recoveries and a 33 in turnovers gain. That was fourth in the country.
Yes, the young men there did a great job. Our coaching staff did well. We kept working with them. They just kept getting better and better and better, and started believing in themselves. It was a magical year, and they won the bowl game and 11-2, and we lost to Utah State that year, who won the conference. We came in second, and they lost only one game, and then we lost to Stanford, who won the Pac-12 20-17, and really outrushed them, outgained them, everything. Just didn't get across the goal line enough.
Recently, you were at Colorado. They got you your second National Coach of the Year award. And again, you do a big turnaround. You took over a program that was 1-11. 4 years later, you guys are 10-3. You're in the Pac-12 championship game. Yeah,
we had an excellent year that year. The young men just kept battling, and we had some phenomenal games. And we went from the 100-year history of the Pac-12. We were the first team to go from last to first in a 100-year history. So that was exciting, and watching what we did there and completely rebuilt that program. And so the young man and coaches did a phenomenal job. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work.
A little bit like Coach Silverfield, you have both a collegiate and NFL background, 5 years in the NFL, and you're one of the proteges of one of the greats in the NFL, Bill Parcells.
Yeah, Coach Parcells gave me a great opportunity at a young age. I was the secondary coach at Ole Miss, and he hired me to be the secondary coach at the Cowboys. So I worked for him for 4 years and learned a tremendous amount. Really enjoyed it, and then he retired. Stay in touch with Coach Parcells, and a lot of the different things that I do, I learned from him. And the other guy that would be my other main mentor would be David Cutcliffe, who was at Ole Miss, Tennessee, who's been at Duke. A lot of the things I do, I learned through him, and of course my father. After that, George MacIntyre, growing up in it. That's a big percentage of it for sure.
Absolutely. Coach, we have a few minutes left with you here. Let's talk about how's it been transitioning to a program in the middle of a pandemic when you can't really be hands-on at all with the players. I'm sure Zoom is nothing new to you as we're doing the Tiger Talk right now, and just trying to get in touch with the players because you want to implement your philosophy, get hands-on with the personnel. I guess it's just been a lot of film work right now.
Yeah, it has. It's interesting. I'm glad 10 years ago I sat down and rolled out a whole plan for a pandemic. I'm teasing. We've all learned. I was joking the other day. I didn't know what Zoom was, and now Zoom's almost turned into a 4-letter word. We're on it so much, and everybody probably feels the same way. You're tired of being on Zoom. But the kids have been really adaptive about it. Our coaching staff on defense has done an excellent job of being very creative in our meetings and doing different things there, which I think I know will pay big dividends. And the one positive side to me, and I always try to look at everything as half full, the glass half full, is, we had 4 or 5 starters on defense that had injuries that would not have been able to go through spring practice at all. So now with this, they're all well. So when we do these walkthrough OTAs in the end of July, they're actually going to get more reps and an understanding of the defense better than they would have ever, even if we did it the old way, because they wouldn't have any spring practice. We're not allowed to have walkthroughs in the summer until this. So I'm looking at it as an advantage on that side of it. Now, I would have liked to have practice and seen some of the guys more, but I think them having the knowledge, especially the guys that are the bona fide players the last couple of years, having a good knowledge of the defense, since it's their 3rd defense in 3 years, I think that would make them real comfortable in it.
Coach, a couple more things before we let you go, because I want to know the Mike MacIntyre. Number one, I know you're very involved in charitable organizations. You've won a couple of impressive awards for your work. The Get in the Game Impact Award, that's from the Maxwell Football Club, and we all are familiar with that foundation. Yeah. Also a winner of the Rod Carew Leadership Award.
Yes, the Rod Carew Leadership Award is dealing with part of Be the Match. All these are Be the Match. All these are are bone marrow donors for cancer patients. And so I got really involved in that, and I thought it was a great way to get our players involved, because we did it on our campuses, and we went out and got people to sign up for the bone marrow transplants, and that was what we did. So I did it every year I was at San Jose, and every year that I was at Colorado, and we put over 2,000 people on the registry, and actually saved 5 people's lives through the years. And so it was a big, big deal that we did, and extremely important. And we were going to have a drive here at Memphis this year, Coach Silverfield and then we're going to do, but with this COVID, we weren't able to do it. So hopefully next spring we'll be able to do one. I think it's a very, very, very worthy cause.
Coach, obviously with the pandemic and things shut down around Memphis, I doubt you've had a chance to really get out and sample all the different barbecue places. So I want to ask you what your favorite one is yet, but outside of football, what do you like to do? What are your interests?
Well, I'm a family guy. I love being around the family. I have a son that's still in college. He's a quarterback at Chapman University in Orange, California. So when he's home, we're throwing and working out together and doing all that. So I'm kind of one-dimensional, football and family. Family first, football second. So whatever they're doing, we'll go to the golf course with the kids, doing that some a little bit, but I'm not an avid golfer. As you can see by my game, if you saw it, I don't get to practice and play enough. But I enjoy running a little bit. I enjoy people. So I'm excited that we can get back out and get going again. I will like to entertain some of those barbecue places for sure, no doubt.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll let you go. I know you are very busy. We look forward to seeing that Tiger defense when we're able to kick things off this fall.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's Mike MacIntyre, the defensive coordinator at the University of Memphis. I'm Jeff Wright. We'll see you next time on Tiger Talk.